some of the viewers may have never been through depression before, and don't know what it feels like. And so I really want to try to paint a picture of what it feels like, what it looks like for someone who has depression. And so I want to first kind of use a couple of different descriptions of what depression feels like, and it feels different for you know different people, but I could very much say with confidence it's a dark experience. So you'll hear things like, I feel like there's a dark cloud over my head. For me personally, the best description of depression is a room in hell, because it was dark, it was lonely, it was suffering, and it was, in the deepest pit somewhere where nobody even knew I was. And so that's how it was for me. And so, but I think in general, how it manifests itself is, uh, you know, let's say, especially in the early phases of it, before you actually get to sadness, you'll have other physical manifestations of it. So like your sleep is off, you're eating a lot, or you're not eating at all. You're sleeping too much, or you're not sleeping at all. You have hypersomnia. So you're staying up is insomnia. You're sleeping too much is hypersomnia, right? And so you're very irritable, right? Like you're just snapping at stuff like, "Hey, honey, could you take the garbage?" "No, I don't want to do that." Just snapping, right? Or over little stuff. Um, and another thing is, isolating. You just don't want to be around people. Activities you used to love doing, like love doing, they begin to either lose their glow, or you completely hate them. And that's when you really know it's progressively getting bad, because you don't just, like, you're not indifferent to it, you hate it. It's like, I used to love this, now I hate it. Everything is miserable. So you can kind of track your depression to some degree, because all these symptoms start to get really bad. Like, I'm not just slightly irritated, I'm like outrageously angry now. And I'm not like just moderately interested in football, but I like hate it now. I get no joy out of it. I just want to see the Patriots lose their franchise. You know what I mean? So it just gets really bad. It just progressively gets bad, and so you'll notice it in things like as basic as your sleep, your diet, exercising, and things like that. It can manifest in like anger and irritability and things like that. And so if you're looking to not just look for sadness, which is, a hallmark feature, but to look for other things that could be associated with your body responding to something negative going on. I really want the person listening to this, watching this video, and listening, to know that I've been to, at least in my heart and soul, some of the most darkest places ever. I want you to know that I understand, that I've been there, and that if I could walk through those places with you through this video, or through through the workbooks, and just encourage you, I'd love to do it. And not only have I been there, but it's just so great to know that Christ has been there much more than any of us, the man of sorrows. And something I definitely plan on touching on later is, how Christ counseled, how he went through his own gloom and darkness, and how Jesus walked with us through those things.